come on.
Hey, now.
Hello. How are you out there? My name's John Gray, and we're just plain living here. We're running in the blind right now,
I
Peggy.
know. We need a
Except
screen.
I can see you. Can you see
I
me?
can see you, right.
We
I'm
don't
Peggy
know whether
Burton,
they
by the
can
way.
see us or not.
If it matters. Anyway, I said I'm Peggy Burton if it matters.
Oh, it does. It matters to me. It matters to all of us that you're Peggy Burton. Where would we
Where
be
would
without
you
our
be
Peggy
without
Burton?
me? Oh my gosh, you would be just happy as a lark.
No, I don't think so. You know, peas and carrots wouldn't be peas and carrots without peas
There you go.
or carrots. Hey, speaking of peas and carrots, we went to the Burns dinner the other night. Fran and I did. We always like to go to the Burns dinner because it's so much fun, and the stories told, and the costumes worn, and
Yeah.
the music played, and the haggis. And I'm not a big haggis fan, but man, evidently whatever they made, whoever made it this year did a good job, because they ate it till it was gone.
Oh, well, good.
And usually there's haggis left over, because it's not the prettiest thing.
I know, it's kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of...
And the thing about it is, I hope we have some video. I took video, and we'll try to have some of it on today. But there was a gentleman from England, from Scotland there, and his son moved to the United States, somewhere up in Ohio, I believe it was, to go to school. Came over here to go to school, fell in love, married a girl from here. Now he lives up there, so this gentleman and his wife came to visit
That's really
their
nice.
son. And in looking around to see what they could do, traveling around, they saw this Burns dinner in Tullahoma, so they drove to Tullahoma and spent a week or so in Tullahoma, and he was a participant in the Burns dinner.
That's awesome.
And he told a story about the haggis from the haggis's point of view.
Well, tell it. Let's hear
Well,
it.
no, it's about 20 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
We've got it. I've got it
Never
captured. But the haggis is talking about how he was walking around the parts of it when all his parts were in where they needed to be, out in the woods, and his antlers and everything, and all of a sudden he gets killed, chopped up, cut up, put in a sack. And people eating him,
And
you know, and
their
it's a funny
haggis.
thing. And it was a wonderful event.
They
Very good
do
event.
a great job. We're so lucky to have our Scottish Society located here.
And you know,
many people are
the piping on the
Scottish.
green this year
moving
is going to
to
be
the
at South
Civic
Jackson,
Center, yeah.
because it's gotten so big that they just can't handle the people at the Celtic Cup, which has been a wonderful location.
Right.
But to grow, you have to have ground to grow on.
I'm glad that they decided on that move, because we do need more space, and I have students that sing there every year. I hope they'll be ready this year.
They will.
Because I don't teach very many anymore, but I still love the music, and I love what they do. Have you ever been to Scotland?
No.
That's one of the most exciting trips I've ever been on. And my children look more Scottish than anybody else, because I had bought them little kilts and all that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I bet Bart looked tough in a kilt.
He was
I'd hate to tell him he had a dress on.
It's a
Knock you out.
the countryside is just absolutely beautiful. And
I saw that movie the other day again, Braveheart, and about the guy who takes on Longshanks in England,
yeah,
just about single-handedly, and because of him, Scotland won their freedom.
right.
And that's a great movie. You talk about something about believing in what you believe in, and not taking no for an answer.
Exactly. That's the way we all should be.
Yeah. Valentine's dance.
Valentine's Dance coming up in Bell Buckle, Saturday night, the 10th.
That's
And
this Saturday.
This Saturday, and this will be. I'm trying to remember how long we've been doing this. The South Jackson Street Band's been playing, But I'm telling you, they have the best food.
Well, it's been I know more than 10 years.
I know it's been a long time. They're so gracious over there. The food is magnificent, and I just think it's a wonderful place to go.
It is. Bell Buckle.
The Bell Buckle has got a spot on the map.
I met a man the other day from Bell Buckle. I said, "Where do you live?" He said, "I live in Bell Buckle." He was one of the. I met him at the Scottish, at the Burns dinner, and he said, "Yeah, we moved in here and we moved to Bell Buckle, and we just love Bell Buckle."
And they love it. Oh, I wanted to say one thing. Tim Taylor, who's a professional dance instructor for ballroom dance, there'll be a free class at 6 o'clock.
Good.
And he'll run about 45 minutes, and anybody that wants to learn some ballroom dance steps need to show up.
Yeah.
I am losing my voice.
Don't do that.
It's just
Don't
allergies,
do that.
I
This
think.
is not the time to do that.
I know.
I have some spray back there. You want me to go get some?
No.
We'll get that in a minute. Hey, couple of things going on. This is Super Bowl weekend.
Oh my goodness.
So everybody's all excited about that. Look at that pretty little cherub up above my shoulder. Isn't she pretty?
Yeah.
That's a heart that I drew for Valentine's one year. 22, I believe, is when I did that. And it says in the light spot over her heart, it says love, the greatest of them all. And that's what we need to remember, love. Love one another, folks. Heart Month, got my red on, and that brings up a point that one of our dear, dear friends and a wonderful citizen of Tullahoma, the United States of America, and the world, Dr. Jerry Kennedy passed away on Saturday.
I know. I love Jerry Kennedy and Liz and their family, and a great man will be missed.
And he was at choir practice Wednesday night.
I know.
So that goes to show you a doctor, perfectly sound appearing, lays down to take a nap on Saturday, has a heart attack and doesn't wake up.
Oh, it was a heart attack.
So don't overlook anything. And it's Heart Month, and you can watch on TV, you can pull up on your computer, all kinds of things, the different signs, and there's different signs that one of them is throwing up, vomiting, and different things that go along with your stomach or your pain in your tooth. There's so many tells, and find out what they are and pay attention, because if a man like Jerry Kennedy, who was he was the original certified surgeon.
I know.
First one at Harton Regional Medical Center.
He was my doctor until he retired.
Yeah.
And
he was chief of staff out there for, I don't know, probably 20 years.
Fabulous man, served his country and served his community.
And he served his community in so many ways that people will never know.
I know.
Because he was one of those people that did things behind the scenes and did not want 1 minute of credit for any of it.
A wonderful man.
Wonderful guy. So, speaking of love, the fox sneaks in again, digs through mounds of discarded refuge, and uncovers the fragile remains of past love. Eggshells.
Eggshells. That's cool.
Midnight call. I need a bed. You know you're welcome here. Just come on. His side, her side, both hard heads. Next morning, please come home. One great thing about couples fighting, makeup sex. Let's see.
One should never end the day in a fight.
No, never end the day in a fight. Don't try to go to bed and you're mad. Can't sleep good.
Crazy.
Days come, years go, strides are taken, steps are lost. A boy becomes a man, A man gets slow, sure went fast, filled with joy. Sometimes I miss the little boy.
Oh, yeah. We all do. Or the little girl.
Yes. Rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, all bear the seeds to spawn a creative. Our existence often includes ugliness. The ability to forge past it doesn't prevent its return, but provides the tools to survive the next encounter, deserved or not. Thank you, Lord, for the strength to be brave.
Very nice.
So, with that said, thank you, Lord, for the strength to be brave. It takes being brave to get up here every week when we do this.
I know.
But we have so much fun being brave and doing it and bringing you some information. We have a good show ready for you today, so we'll take a short commercial break, and we'll get started when we get back.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
I was skeptical about getting the COVID-19 vaccine. There are a lot of opinions being shared.
But I had the chance to talk with my doctor about my concerns. He told me the vaccines are backed by decades of research, and that the vaccines are proven safe and effective.
Now I'm protected and ready to put this pandemic behind us.
Join the millions of Tennesseans who have decided to give COVID-19 vaccines a shot. Visit covid19.tn.gov to find an appointment today.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have Tammy O'Connor with us today, and we have a new product. We'll call it a product because a product is something that takes research. It takes insightfulness. It takes creativeness, and it ends up serving the general public in one way or another. Even if it is a free meal on a Friday night or selling some toothpaste. But this is neither one of that. This is the new art of grief. And we're going to let Tammy explain that to us and tell us exactly what that means, because this is a brand new concept.
Well, it's a retreat at Bishop Springs Assembly. That the retreat combines counsel and wisdom and tools to go through grief, along with stained glass. There'll be 6 hours of stained glass instruction, and it'll, I don't know. I need some help.
Introduce this guy over here.
This is David Pate, one of our speakers at the retreat.
It's my joy to be a part of this, because I've been dealing with people with grief for many years. I myself has went through this. We've lost a son in 2007, so I really took to what Tammy has put together and how to deal with grief in a more productive way, I think, than I've seen before in many years. Tammy's an accomplished artist in Tennessee, and her work is displayed in many places. And God really put this on her heart, and she came to me and talked to me about it, and I was ecstatic to be a small part of this new venture, to help those that have lost loved ones to have a way to express that grief in a more meaningful way for them, not just for the person that passed away, but for the persons left behind. And that was really our catalyst.
Now, David, were you working along these lines with another organization or another group?
I had been working with grief and grief support for a number of years. As the executive director of the Family Counseling Center, we see this. And
right.
We've developed grief counsel and grief groups, but never had one like what Tammy's put together, what God put on her heart. And it's been a thrill just to walk the path, to do something new and different. And that's what I'm excited about. This is a intimate group at Beersheba Springs Retreat Center. It's limited to a very small number of people. So it is going to be, in my opinion, one of the premier times in events in dealing with grief in a very positive way. And that's why I think we've limited some of this. Is you've had to be 6 months to a year out from the loss.
Right.
So you won't be re-triggered and cause more problems than help.
You know, we all go through grief.
Sure.
We all go through grief, whether you've lost a job or a child.
Or a pet.
Or a pet. Oh, yes.
Pets have become very, very important to our lives.
True. And when you have a loss, it's good to know how to go through that grief. But we don't talk about it. David, one of his talks is, nobody taught me how to grieve.
Right.
You know, and so I'm hoping that this will be very, very helpful, and combining it with something beautiful, something meditative as you work on it, I think will be very helpful in the healing process, and just knowing how to go through grief in a healthy way.
Right, and like you said, this is not necessarily the grief over the loss of a human being. It could be something else in your life that you hold very dear that you've lost.
A dream.
Huh?
A dream.
A dream, that for sure. And I know my wife is as regional director of Alzheimer's Tennessee. We have found out through dealing with doctors that the creative process, just like the movie The Notebook, the lady sits down to the piano and that's the only thing that she really remembers how to do properly is the music. Or Dr. Potts, who came and made a talk at South Jackson about this, his father, who was never an artsy guy, started painting when he couldn't speak anymore. And that's how he communicated with his son, through his paintings. And so you're looking at doing something, and I brought this up a minute ago, glass has been celebration of the using of glass. Think about the first time glass was used only in wealthy places because only the wealthy could afford it, or in churches where something was done to celebrate a life, either a life of someone in the history of the church, but it was done to dedicate to a person that has been lost. And so as I was talking about that, Tammy said to me, retell me about what happens when someone creates a piece of stained glass, and give some of that imagery to our audience that you gave to me about the breaking of the glass, the molding of the glass, the softening of the glass. Run through that, because I thought it was beautiful.
Well, in the process of making a stained glass window, you take a sheet of glass and you have a pattern, but you must break that pattern away from the entire sheet. So there's a separation there. And in order for that piece to fit with the other pieces, you take off the sharp edges, the pain that
the hurtful edges of broken things.
The sharp edges, and that in itself is a loss, because you lose some of yourself. You lose that edge, and then you wrap that piece either with copper foil or lead, and fit it together with other pieces, and then you solder it in with other pieces, and in that process you've created something magnificent, because it has a harmony.
Right.
And I think that's how this retreat will be.
Isn't that beautiful?
Amen.
What a wonderful way to look at the artful side of creation. I mean, that's beautiful, girl. You need to write. It's captured right here. But that's something that we all need, is a time in this world we live in. You might be grieving over the loss of the life that you lived as a child, which was wonderful in this country right here, and how things are being destroyed in our country and in other countries. There's so many things you can grieve over that you can take and soften all of that up and
bring about something beautiful.
Put love back in where hate has been.
Right.
And so I just think this is magnificent. When is this going to happen?
March the 7th through the 10th. It begins Thursday evening, March the 7th.
Now, how does someone get in touch with you to be involved in this? Is there an expense to doing this?
Yes, there is. You can find out all the information if you go to artofgrief.org. Thank you for putting it up on the screen there.
Right there it shows it.
Artofgrief.org has all the information, and you can register at that address as well.
And are you going to be you're going to be one of the speakers that day, aren't you, Dave?
I will be one of three. Yes,
One of
sir.
three?
I'm
We have
looking very forward to it.
A speaker coming from Texas and a speaker coming from Florida. So it's
All
good.
roads lead to Tullahoma.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Or
well, first of a Springs.
Central Tennessee.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Even a smaller town than Tullahoma, Estill Springs. So yeah, go to artofgrief.org. Tammy, thank you for being here, and thank you for the almost faithful and religious feeling that you put into this, and using the gift that you were given to help others solve a problem that is a huge problem, is doing away with hurtful and harmful things in your life and recreate yourself.
Well, our Father is faithful.
Yeah, you're
Amen.
very good
He's
at what you
faithful.
do. And Dave, it's very nice to see you again. And
My
we
pleasure,
We
sir.
look forward to seeing you show back up with some other initiatives that you're involved in as
We're
well.
going to do it, Brother John.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
All right. Folks, we'll be back after these messages.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Get ready to make a splash for a cause. The Duck River Watershed Society invites you to its third annual spring cleanup event on Saturday, March 2nd from noon until 3 at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp area in Manchester, Tennessee. Be part of the movement for sustainability, health, and education for the Duck River, America's most diverse waterway, home to over 650 aquatic species and water supply for more than 300,000 people. Mark your calendars and register to meet us at River Forge Road on March 2nd. Let's clean up, team up, and make a splash together.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Apologize. The video is jumpy because I was sitting at a table up front, and it's hard to weigh the pipers, and everybody was marching and dancing around in that room to get a shot where you could get all of it in the frame at one time. So blame all the bouncing around and seeing half a head or somebody's rear end, blame it on me because it was all my fault, but it sure was fun. Hope you enjoy it.
Fair for your honest soncy face, great chieftain of the pudding race. Upon them all ye take your place, Panch, tripe, or therum. Weel are you worthy of a grace, as long as my arm. The groaning trencher, there ye fill. Your hurdies like a distant hill. Your pen would help to mend a mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill. Like amber bead. Give her a haggis.
What makes heroic strife? Fame to fall, fame to fall. What makes heroic strife? Fame to fall. What makes heroic strife? Take with the assassin's knife. Parents' life with bloody war, bloody war. Parents' life with bloody war. Then let your schemes allayed in the state, in the state. Then let your schemes allayed in the state.
A creature of the wild was I, a good and noble breed, with golden hair all over my back, and antlers on my head, and legs as long as any ear, and hoofs and neck and tail, and eyes so soft and gentle, and a heart so pure and frail. But then you caught and killed me, pulled off my golden coat, put off my head, my legs, my tail, and stitched me like a stoat. You boiled me till my insides cooked, and planked me on a plate. You cut me like a barley stook, and watched my bag deflate. You served me up with tatties all piled up with heaps, and then disgraced my noble breed by eating me with heaps. You gorged yourself like tinkers, you ate my insides out. You drooled my gravy down your chin, and wiped it with your clout. But now the feasting's over, and you sit there, fair replete. My empty bag lies in the plate, and my crumbs beneath your feet. But I'll ask one final question, and I hope it breaks your hearts. It's just to keep the record straight. Who ate my private parts?
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department. Need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street. Heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Woo.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size.
Yeah.
Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. I have the Citizen of the Year with me today, Mr. Greg Gressel.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You deserve it so much.
Thank you so much.
That's fabulous. And
it's an honor.
And not only that, he's a master at Girl Scout cookies and Girl Scouts.
Well, yes, it is Girl Scout cookie season.
Right.
So we're excited. You'll see the Girl Scout cookie truck around town here in Tullahoma and some surrounding areas. And the cookies, they just got here Saturday.
Okay,
Saturday,
so we're ready to sell.
We went to the fairgrounds and we unloaded 35,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. So,
does the truck hold all that many, or do you have to store them somewhere?
well, no, not our cookie truck doesn't hold all that many. It came on an 18-wheeler.
Oh, I see.
But they went to different troops
Yeah.
and stuff around in the area. So.
Well, I love your truck. I think that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, there's a picture of it right there now online. So, that was just our Girl Scout van, and we had, during COVID, we turned it into the cookie truck. They wanted us to do something that would be unique, something that would help keep that social distancing happening. And so you saw there on there that it said the original Girl Scout cookie truck, because we are the first ever right here in
Isn't that
Tullahoma.
great?
But I had Zoom conversations and meetings and stuff with Girl Scouts from Washington State to New York City to Texas, all about this cookie truck thing. Beverly Lee had told me about her son in California had heard about this.
Heard about the cookie truck.
And,
so I'll bet there's cookie trucks all around now.
So there's more cookie trucks now than ever before. But kind of that food truck concept, but it's really just another avenue to sell the cookies.
Right.
And
And wherever you park it, people see what's selling.
Right.
That's a great advertisement.
It's hard to drive it anywhere if you're not planning to sell cookies. It's hard to hard to take it anywhere because people want cookies.
Because they want cookies if you're driving that truck.
Yes, they do.
How much are these?
So all the
Still
cookies
$4?
are $4 a piece, except for this s'mores cookie right here. That's one of our premium cookies. It is $5.50. This is our last year for s'mores as well. So if you want some s'mores,
Better
I
get
would
them now.
get them, put them in the freezer, and have them around for a little while. But this is
Is that
the
just
last
like
year.
the chocolate with the
It's
marshmallow?
like graham cracker cookies with chocolate
With
cream and a
chocolate,
marshmallow
yeah.
cream.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then also our gluten-free cookie, which is not here, but Toffee-tastic. We have those available, and
they're gluten-free.
And they're gluten-free, and those are also $5.50. But the rest are $4.
Well, I think that's a good deal.
$4 or 5 for $20.
It's an excellent deal.
Yeah, it's the same
Really?
price, $4, but you get 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
People love that idea. Oh, even 20. You know,
I know,
they put a
yeah.
$20 bill down, get their 5 boxes
But
of
it
Girl
makes
Scout
sense.
cookies.
Well, and how long does this go on?
This will take place until probably the first weekend in March.
Okay.
But if we run out of cookies and can't get any more cookies before then, it'll end before
Now, I know
that.
you can buy cookies online, so how
You
do
can. The online thing I think is still on. I think you can still purchase some cookies online, but that has to be shipped to you. You can't purchase them online and the girl will deliver them.
Right.
They have to be shipped to you, and so you have to pay shipping. And sometimes shipping of chocolate can be a little pricey.
I
so-
can imagine.
So it's best to get them from a girl and let the girl tell you about her dreams, her plans, her goals, the things that she has in place to that's kind of driven her to sell these.
How long have you done the Girl Scouts?
18 years. Started with my daughter, and now
Michaela was
now the sisters of some of those older girls that have already graduated are part of the troop. So 18 years I've been
That's awesome.
working with Girl Scouts.
And you've done a great job.
It's been good. It's great to work with organizations so focused on female leadership and developing these young ladies, building girls of confidence, courage, and character.
Right.
That make the world a better place.
And several girls in your troop I know do they get Eagle Scout just like the...
It's called Gold Award,
yeah.
Yes, it is. It is a very prestigious award. Only about 6% of all Girl Scouts get it, it's a very big award. 104 or 5 years old the award is.
It's a wonderful award.
And so we've had many in our troop. I don't remember the number, but a large number of our girls have all gotten their gold awards. And go on to use that to do.
And a
good
few have
things.
gotten awards that have benefited South Jackson Performing Arts Center.
Yes, they have.
And I think that's a wonderful
Their
thing.
projects have been
project, yeah.
Because that big project that they do, even with their silver award, the projects that they do are sustainable projects to benefit nonprofits in your community.
That's wonderful.
So
Yeah,
big deal.
So when you see a Girl Scout, get your money out and buy some cookies.
Yes,
You'll be glad you did.
These girls do a lot of great things for the community.
They really
and,
do.
And they got some goals. They're going to New York City this summer.
Oh, fun.
My troop is for a fun education trip, and
That's
so we're looking
fabulous.
forward to that. So they're busy raising the money. So follow the Cookie Truck on Facebook. We have our own Facebook page with the Cookie Truck. You can see where we're going to be that week, that weekend, everything. It's Girl Scout.
What are some of the places you park?
Well, like this past weekend, Sunday, we were at Hardee's at the Kroger's shopping center, and also at MAPCO across from Celtic.
Good.
And we'll be there. We'll be Chick-fil-A with the Cookie Truck. We will be the mall parking lot, and several places like that. We plan to be downtown also, setting up some small booths downtown with our businesses, really promoting shop local.
And it's such a wonderful cause, the Girl Scouts.
Yes.
I think we have to support them, because that's the only way they can keep going is
Yes.
to have some community support. And this is a great community.
It's a great community.
They love to support.
And we've always been very active in it, our Girl Scout troop. And this troop, 2163, is the troop that retires all of our flags for the city of Tullahoma and citizens and everything. You can hang flags any time of the year on any door at South Jackson Performing Arts or at First Church of the Nazarene on the corner of Polk and Lauderdale.
They'll dispose of them
They'll
properly.
get them to us, and we will dispose of them properly in a ceremony. So
That's a good.
So just a lot of things that just teaching community and community service as the
Exactly.
girls grow into that. So
And do you know how many Girl Scouts we have, like in this area, Tullahoma?
I really should. I should know that number.
Seems like there's a lot.
Several hundred.
Yeah.
So we're in the Coffee County area. Our service unit is Coffee County, Moore County, and now Franklin County.
In Franklin County.
So we've become all one service unit now, and so that's some of the reasons why I'm not completely knowing the numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
But a
want to find us Girl Scout 2163 Cookie Truck on Facebook, or if you just do Cookie Truck on Facebook, you'll find
You'll
us there.
find us. Well, do you have time to talk about South Jackson Performing Arts Center?
I do.
Well, we'll transition a little bit. Keep your eyes on the cookies and tell us what's coming up. This weekend, a big
This
one.
weekend we have Something Rotten. Something Rotten is our musical happening this weekend. It is Friday and Saturday. Saturday will be a 2:30 matinee and a 7 o'clock performance. We will not have a Sunday performance. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and
That was wise.
people have lots of plans and those kind of things, and so we're going to have 2 performances on Saturday, but we encourage you to come this weekend and next weekend. This is an hilarious production about the world's first musical, and it's very Renaissance setting, but I mean super funny. You will be glad you came. It is PG-13, so a little bit of an older audience, not for the little kids, but I think you'll really love and appreciate it. And it's our first time to be able to do it in this region. It just left Broadway a couple of years ago,
Right.
and so we're super excited to have it here. A great direction team and production team doing a phenomenal job putting this together. So you'll be glad that you saw it. And that's this weekend and next weekend. But remember, 2 shows on Saturday of this weekend.
Right.
And then coming up later, just getting us into March 1st, 2nd, 3rd is Winnie the Pooh.
And that's the children.
That's for children, for everybody. It'll be a lot of fun. This is a junior show. It is only about an hour and 15 minutes long. There'll be no intermission. Perfect for the kids, young and old. And Winnie the Pooh being done by our Teach department, which is our.
They have become a phenomenal group.
They have
Great job.
really become a great asset
Pact
to
and
us.
Teach. They've done great. I love it. So many kids are learning theater and
Right.
getting confidence, and
Yes, we're extremely
I'm really
blessed.
pleased about that.
Yeah, and and we appreciate the people that see that and give towards those efforts too.
And
like
when
Dustin Lynch and
Yeah.
Highland Rim Kiwanis have all recently just given
It's
towards
wonderful.
those programs.
And then we have students coming in, so the educational outreach.
Right.
We have students coming in
Yeah, there'll
from
be a
several
school show,
schools. Yeah.
from all over the region, actually, not just Coffee County.
Are they doing two school shows?
I'm not.
Or
We
one?
definitely have one right now in plans, but if it fills up, we could offer another.
Could do another
That's
one.
what we had to do with our last
Good.
school show.
But Winnie
we
the Pooh
added.
should be fun.
I think it'll be
Everybody
great.
will love it.
And then following that, I mean, just the very next weekend, March the 9th, is Miss Tullahoma.
And that's exciting that it's moved to South Jackson.
Yes, and Miss Tullahoma will be on the stage of South Jackson Performing Arts, and it will be a scholarship pageant for those high school age ladies.
And your beautiful daughter is in charge?
Yes, my daughter has moved back to town and is going to be our director.
I think that's all. I am so grateful when young people go off, get educated, and come back to share what they've learned with us.
It's always a benefit to the community when that happens, and we love to see it. We love to see that
Do you know,
happen.
do they have a deadline or a sign-ups?
Yes, the sign-ups, you can get the sign-up applications and stuff at any school here in town. You can also get it at South Jackson, and it's on southjackson.org, our website. You can get it there, and you can turn it back into any of those locations, and we'll take care of it from
And
there.
of course, we go further than Tullahoma, but Miss Tullahoma is just Tullahoma students.
It is. Well, it's Tullahoma students, but not just the school system. If they're homeschooled and they live within the city limits, they're eligible
They are
as well.
eligible,
Yes.
just the city limits.
In the city limits of Tullahoma, yes. So if they're homeschooled and they are within the city limits, they're eligible as well. So
So even if they go to school and they happen to live out in Franklin County where I do, They
If they're in Tullahoma City School
they
System,
can still do it.
They're part of.
Because
they're
somebody
part of
asked me
this
that
Tullahoma.
question.
Yes.
I think it's wonderful, and I'm really pleased that
It's gonna be
at the
great.
Civic Center.
And I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to grow the program and continue a tradition that some have worked so hard to build.
Exactly. And we have a lot of beautiful girls in our town.
Yes, and we hope that this is an opportunity to help them.
Is that what comes after Miss Tullahoma on stage?
Miss Tullahoma, then we have April.
Oh,
we'll probably talk about
we'll stay
that
off
another time.
April.
Yeah. So
Do we dare mention the new seats?
New seats. The auditorium will be dark in the month of July, and we will be putting in new seats. But we are currently still raising those funds to restore that floor back to original. And
I
put
am
those new
thrilled
seats
about
in.
that. I always hoped I'd live long enough to sit in a new seat.
It's going to happen.
They're
And-
beautiful.
and they're just around the corner. We
And
look
I love
forward
the
to seeing you
fact
there.
that you have seen that we stay with the 1920 theme.
1920s era, yes. It's
I love
going to be
it.
great.
Anything else you want to share with them, or have we been cut off? I guess it's time for us to go, Greg. Thanks.
I think we're to the end.
I think we're to the end.
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thanks for coming. We'll be
I want to invite y'all to come by Clayton's, downtown Tullahoma. We try to serve the community, the area, and we try to help people with their feet and comfortable shoes. We still measure feet. We have a great new arch mat. We have insoles. Please come see us at Clayton's and let me help you find some comfortable shoes for those achy feet.
Service and quality at Clayton's Shoe Store. We're gonna pick your style.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
STEM is everywhere. Like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead.
When we break down clothes, we tumble it with trisodium phosphate, rock salt, and dish detergent.
We stitched together images of our model and created a 3D set that can be walked through in a VR headset.
We're able to turn 12 walkers into 1,000 walker boards.
STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. What will you make with STEM? Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get ready to make a splash for a cause. The Duck River Watershed Society invites you to its 3rd annual spring cleanup event on Saturday, March 2nd from noon until 3 at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp area in Manchester, Tennessee. Be part of the movement for sustainability, health, and education for the Duck River, America's most diverse waterway, home to over 650 aquatic species and water supply for more than 300,000 people. Mark your calendars and register to meet us at River Forge Road on March 2nd. Let's clean up, team up, and make a splash together.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
Times are very challenging right now, and stress levels are high.
Reports indicate overdoses on the rise in communities across the state of Tennessee.
Those experiencing addiction and their loved ones may be struggling to navigate through all the change.
We want you to know that deaths from overdose are preventable
And help is available,
anytime.
day or night.
How do I know?
How do I know?
I am the face of recovery in Tennessee.
We're going to show a video from the conference center in Manchester where Greg Gressel got the Citizen of the Year award from the Chamber.
What an honor to have the opportunity to present Citizen of the Year. Everyone in this room knows how hard this person works because we see him everywhere. He is a champion for community organizations that he represents and he makes a difference for each and every one of them. If I were to make a list of all the things he's involved in, you would get tired just hearing the long list of organizations he serves, as a nomination included at least 17 that he serves in faithfully. Each group is incredibly fortunate to have a servant leader in their midst, leading by example and taking on efforts with passion and purpose. Each person whose life is touched by the dedication he has shown is inspired and blessed. I count myself as one of the blessed as I see him working alongside our chamber board as a valued member, but also volunteering with Girl Scout Troop 2163. Our own Mr. Greg. As troop leader, I've witnessed him be the same motivator, encourager, mentor, listener, and positive male role model for the girls in his care. Greg Gressel has had a long history of involvement in his community, and he's received numerous awards for this service. He's been dedicated to performing arts, serving as performing arts director and chair of the Tullahoma Arts Council. He's also been involved in civic organizations such as Kiwanis Club and the Rotary Club, and he serves, as I mentioned, on our board at the Tullahoma Chamber. In addition to this, he has served in scouting for many years as Scoutmaster, Assistant Scoutmaster, running the Elk River Boys Scout District. He actively participates in his church and has served in numerous musical capacities. Greg Gressel is a person who doesn't run away from the hard work and effort it takes to lead. He is a person who sees the problem and goes toward it. Someone who stands in the arena and always steps up for his community. Our Citizen of the Year for 2023 is Greg Gressel.
Wow, that's some incredible words. Thank you. I was told on my way up here that I had a time limit. And those of you who know me know that I can speak forever about what I'm passionate about. And so I'm grateful for this opportunity. When I look out over this group of people and think that it is said that this is who I am, I'm very grateful. So thank you for the opportunity to serve. I believe that you are your best self when you're doing something for somebody else. So thank you for the opportunity to do and to be all that I could be with you. I'm grateful to my South Jackson Performing Arts family and the opportunities that we have there and the future that we have ahead of us, and all the opportunities that I've had. Thanks be to God, and thank you to my wife and family who have supported me. And those nights that they go, okay, what time are you coming home? And that kind of thing. So I appreciate that. I appreciate their involvement in what I do. And I thank you for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
The The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Do you love sports? Then you should know about STEM. Because maximizing nutrition, analyzing peak muscle performance, calculating the perfect shot, and more are all made possible by science, technology, engineering, and math. In fact, there are more careers than ever in sports science. So if you have a passion for sports, then think about getting involved in STEM and improve everyone's game on and off the field. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat, with John and Pat, with John and Pat.
Hello everyone, I'm John Rickman. And this is Pat Welch, and we're here today for the Conversations with John and Pat, segment 99.
99.
Marching on to 100, and then the marathon.
Pat, I've got a song here for you I bet you've never heard.
You wouldn't have to dig real deep for there, John.
Tennessee Ernie Ford, I think, headed out. I am the rolling gambler, I've gambled all around. Wherever I meet with a deck of cards, I lay my money down. I've gambled over in Washington, I've gambled over in Spain, and I'm on my way to Georgia to knock down my last game. Knock down my last game, knock down my last game. I was not in Washington many more weeks than 3 till I fell in love with a pretty little girl and she fell in love with me. She took me in her parlor, she cooed me with her fan, she whispered low in her mother's ear, I love this gambling man, I love this gambling man, I love this gambling man. Oh dear daughter, how could you treat me so, to leave your dear old mother with the gambler go? Oh dear mother, you know I love you well, but the love I hold for the gambling man, no human tongue can tell, no human tongue can tell, no human tongue can tell. I would not marry a railroad man. This is the reason why. I've never seen a railroad man wouldn't tell his wife a lie. Oh mother, oh dear mother, you know I love you well, but the love I hold for the gambling man no human tongue can tell. Oh mother, oh dear mother, I'll tell you if I can, if you ever see me coming back again, I'll be with the gambling man. I'll be with the gambling man, with the gambling man. I am the roving gambler, I've gambled all around. Wherever I meet with a deck of cards, I lay my money down. I lay my money down, lay my money down. Chances are you never heard that.
John, you get better and better all the time.
No.
It's not often that you can go 99 segments and say the 99th was better than the first.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you do a pretty good job, Pat. I'm proud to be a part of the week.
At limited
99.
subjects.
Huh?
At limited subjects.
Well, we're adaptable. And sometimes we don't know what we're talking about, but we try.
Yeah, we faked it pretty well. What are we on today?
Well, you've got one in regard to the Civil War, and I've got one about a grocery, and we're going to combine it in this one segment.
And there's a scratch. I've said I wasn't going to do it today.
I'm going to quit blinking, too.
Yeah. We both have been on the road this week, and I went by Eusebia Church again. Philip, would you put that? There it is. I took that, not this week, of course. It wasn't snowing up there. Eusebia is a very small area between Seymour, which is unincorporated Upper East Tennessee, and Maryville. And I have really enjoyed going by this church at times, and they've got about 1,500 people buried in front of it. And that front porch, or the steps there, as they come out, they're looking right at the Smokies. It's an absolutely beautiful church and a beautiful setting.
It is pretty.
And we've mentioned that being up there most of that area was loyalist. Prior to the Civil War, and a lot of them fought for the Union side, and I got out of the car and just went straight to a monument. Philip, have we got the monument, or which one we got next? That is a pretty nice, about at least 6 foot tall monument to Joseph C. McMurray. And I believe he was born in 1841 and died in 95, to age of 50-something. And the very bottom that you can't hardly see there says he joined the Federal Army in 1861. And I wanted to get with Dr. Bradley or go by Lanham Library myself and find out exactly where he fought, but I did not have time to do that today. But he was a distinguished-looking guy. Next picture, Philip. We're full of pictures today. That is a nice shot of him. And
he looks like somebody I know, Pat. I don't know who that is right now.
You don't know many with that glorious of a mustache, though, I don't think, John. That is a nice-looking guy. And just an example of all the history that's just laying out on the back highways of Tennessee. And speaking of back ways of Tennessee, you had a trip this week.
I went to the Delina Old Country Store. Put the picture up, Philip, of that. We've got Philip busy today. That is, let's see, how do you get there? You go to Belfast and get on 129. I think that's the road
we're not talking about Northern Ireland, though. We're talking about Middle Tennessee. And don't anybody think you flew over.
Tennessee. And you go 129 on John Barnes Road. That is sitting at the corner on an intersection of John Barnes Road. And it's the old Delina Country Store. And you can go in there and have lunch. I tell you what, you folks need to take some of the, look at that. That's inside the store. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And there's my sister on the left shopping. Jimmy, Judy, his wife, Barb, she's sitting there with Jimmy, and myself and my sister. We went over there as a family and had an outing. Jimmy knew the way there, and you saw the old pot-bellied stove. And other, next one, Philip, if you would. Now, this is what catches your attention, is the big flag, American flag over to the left. Welcome to Atlanta, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Now, I believe this is correct. It's 13 miles from
John, wait,
Pulaski.
bring that back, Philip. I'm going to have to ask a question. Is that a satellite dish on that that's just in the middle of the flue?
I believe it is.
And then you can get a signal everywhere in the world.
Now,
you can get one into the line.
I tell you what, the old floors inside are just as squeaky, and it's been there 120 years, I think, the store. A fellow named Larry Payne owns it, and I met him on the way out. I was taking a picture, of course, with my little flip phone pad as I take these pictures, you know, and Larry Payne was very
shielding it from anybody that might see it.
Welcoming, and he was very nice about letting us. You know, and we got a good meal there, and had a good time. Well, I was going to say it was 13 miles from like Fayetteville, 13 miles from Pulaski, 13 miles from Lewisburg, 8 miles from Cornersville, and the address is actually Cornersville, Tennessee, John Barnes Road. So you remember we took a little trip to Berlin store not too long ago,
yes, sir.
And that we did a segment about that.
We
But this
used that as a prime example of a place that people refuse to pronounce it the way it's spelled, just like Berlin. But
that's right.
I bet the people changed it during World War II to not be.
I'm sure they didn't want to.
No.
It to be
not going to give any credence to any.
That was the enemy.
Yeah.
Berlin was the enemy, or signified the enemy.
I wonder how Lafayette, Tennessee became Lafayette. You know, we've mentioned several places in Tennessee that people refuse to.
I always think a belt buckle is almost, you put them together, it almost looks like belt buckle. Then Wart Race looks like what?
Wart Race. Yeah.
That's ugly, isn't it?
Awful.
But I like those places, and we call Normandy because it's. The natives all call it that. But this is number 99, Pat.
99, in the books.
In the books. And we're glad to be here. And Pat, take it from here.
We are marching on to 100, and we may have an encore if there's heavy enough demand and management asks for it. But we hardly can wait to segment 100 coming up, if management will allow it to happen. Thank y'all.
Talking history about this and that. It's conversations with John and Pat. With John and Pat. With John and Pat.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Get ready to make a splash for a cause. The Duck River Watershed Society invites you to its 3rd annual spring cleanup event on Saturday, March 2nd from noon until 3 at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp area in Manchester, Tennessee. Be part of the movement for sustainability, health, and education for the Duck River, America's most diverse waterway, home to over 650 aquatic species and water supply for more than 300,000 people. Mark your calendars and register to meet us at River Forge Road on March 2nd. Let's clean up, team up, and make a splash together.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here,
but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, folks, we're back, and again, we're proud to have our buddy Jackie Duncan on today. We're going to jack jaw with Jackie.
All right. Sounds good to me.
What you got? What kind of story you got to tell today, Jackie D?
Oh, I just wanted to highlight some events that are coming up. And,
okay.
For Black History, there's not a lot of hoopla. Of course, this week we had some activities at our church where we're talking over at Mount Zion. We've got an activity every Sunday where we're talking about history. Got allow 10 minutes or so for some historical remarks from our deacons and our men's group, in fact. But bottom line is that there are quite a few activities that are lining up, and I'm just learning more and more about them every day. I'm just I used to get in advance. I guess when I was real active and COVID wasn't like it had shut down everything, and pretty much trying to get back from COVID. And so, but things are starting to pick back up.
Good.
It breaks my heart that Arnold Air Force Base not having, I don't see anything that they're having. They used to have a program every year and would have somebody out there. And I've met some great people, historical figures over the years, just for that adventure. But now University of Tennessee Space Institute, now they have a great program every year.
Yeah.
Every year, and they are Patricia Burke. She always does a wonderful job at doing that, and they've got a program coming up at 10 o'clock on Valentine's Day.
Where will that be?
It's going to be at University of Tennessee Space Institute, UTSI, and it's going to be at 10 o'clock, and so and they always have a great feed too. Boy, they have they have some great food out there and catered and nice event every year. And this year, the speaker is going to be the base commander at Arnold Air Force.
And he's a great speaker.
He is. It's Colonel Randall J. Gordon, and Randall J. Gordon, should I say. And anyway, he's a great speaker, like you said, and he's fairly new to town. He's been, I guess, a little over a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, we've gone through two Veterans Days with him.
Okay, good enough. He's a good man. I've seen, and I saw him over at the Veterans Day program, which I haven't participated in several years since I'm no longer an alderman, but I always used to get asked to do a poem.
Right.
And because I'd write a poem for it, special poem for it every year. And but anyway, on this coming Saturday, I just found out a few days ago there's going to be a celebration at the Coffee County open house at Coffee County Black History exhibit. It's going to be at the courthouse, the Joanna Lewis Museum of Coffee County History, and it's going to be in the courthouse. And that's going to be this Saturday from 10 to 2. So I do plan to attend that, and I appreciate the effort that they're putting on for this friend of mine who's part of that effort. Sandra Bennett, she worked for part-time for Mayor Gary Cordell in his office when he was in as county mayor. But anyway, and that's for Saturday, February 10th, from 10 to 2. And then, like I said, 14th, which is next week, Base Commander be speaking at UTSI, and at 10 o'clock as well. And then the We Care Committee is having, they were going to do the walk, the Martin Luther King walk, and got snowed out and snowed out and iced out away, but everything, it was bad the other weekend. So anyway, but they always have, and I applaud them. That's Paul Cooley's part of that group, and Sam Gerard and Vakita Braston, and who else was it?
Just a really good group of people.
Yeah, it's a great group of people, and I leave somebody out every time I say this, every time I mention calling names. That's what happened when you always call names. You leave somebody out. But anyway, they've done this program for years, and I applaud them for keeping it up and just keep doing community events and everything. And actually, they have a whole week. The We Care, they have a whole week from February 19th through the 23rd, and that Monday through Friday, and they always leave Wednesday open because Wednesday they respect that as being a church night for a lot of people.
Night, yeah.
And that's true. A lot of people do have church on Wednesday night as well. I do as well, and so we get a lot of our best praying in on Wednesday night. So Bible study and prayer meeting and whatever. So anyway, but we're doing it, and I think JT Northcutt is the speaker, I believe, on Monday, and I'm the speaker on Friday.
Great.
And that's what the food night. I was going to be there for food night. So food night is Friday. That's when everybody brings.
When you picked your time.
Brings a dish. Oh boy,
you need one of those cards, Jackie, that says "We'll speak for food."
Hey, they already know that. So yeah, I'm just a walking card on that one.
There you go.
But anyway, and then that's on the 19th through the 23rd. I don't know of any other events during that time. I knew I was thinking about going to Murfreesboro on next Thursday, but this coming Thursday. But I don't. There's a luncheon there, but I don't think I'm going to get to make that. I think I've got another activity, something that's already planned out for that.
You get a lot of mileage.
I do. Well, and I'm just starting to get back into the groove. I was down for a while. COVID had gotten me, and another major illness had gotten me, and I just out of the picture for a while. So, thank God, my sister Linda nursed me back to health, and my sister Betty, she helped in so many ways. And anyway, but Linda's just one street over from me, so she's a blessing to me that whole time. And anyway, but the group that I sing with, the Coleman March Ensemble, we're based out of Lynchburg, really. Coleman lives in Lynchburg. We've been singing together for over 40 years.
And that's a great group.
Oh, God, yeah. And we've had some great singers over the years. And I remember that one time we were in Nashville, and it was another recording group that was down there, the Florida Mass Choir. And they had recordings out, and they were trying to get one of our singers. They were trying to recruit him. Yeah, this guy, he was good. He's passed on since then. But anyway.
All right. Well, we're getting ready. The clocks are rolling, and we're getting ready to have to get out of here.
Yep.
I'll tell you what I want you to do, though.
Tell me.
Is next time that bunch gets together, we need some video of that to bring in here and show on this show.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
we'll do it.
Coleman March.
Coleman does a great job.
All right.
I want to do this for Peggy. Peggy poem.
We got 13 seconds.
All right, poem called Tullahoma, Tennessee, and I wanted to give you a copy of this, and you weren't here. For your Christmas gift.
There you go.
Very nice.
Peggy gets Tullahoma, Tennessee.
I love it.
She's owned it for years. Folks, while they're doing that, I'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there.